What's good, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. If you don't know me, my name is Monty. Welcome back to my channel. Yeah. Being in your 20s is it's a weird time in your life, bro. This is that time in your life where things do get weird. And I'm gonna explain myself. It's like in your 20s right now, you probably are starting to figure out you as a person. Like, you starting to figure out you individually. You don't have everything together yet. You still figuring it out. And I understand it. You figuring out what you like, don't like. And this is through all aspects of life, you know? Once you figure out you and you find yourself and you figure out who you are individually, you might run into somebody, a partner, and this could be girlfriend, boyfriend. You start to figure out what you want in a woman as a man. As a man, you start to figure out what you dislike and like for your woman. And for my ladies out there too, you know, as a woman, you start to figure out what you want in a man. You start figuring out what you dislike and like in a man. Being in your 20s it's an experience like no other. It's a time where it's filled with a lot of change, right? It's filled with a lot of exploring. It's filled with some weird moments at times. And again, you're just trying to figure it all out. You're trying to figure out this whole thing. And I'm right there with you. If there's one thing every 20-something should know that I've learned, and we can all agree on, is we're constantly told that we got to have it figured out. You know, we was told that at 18, you know, what are you going to do when you leave here? You know, it's like as soon as you hit 20, everyone expects you to know your career. You know, they want you to know your finances is going to be straight. They're going to have that together. And be on your way to success. But let's really be real when it comes to this. And I'm being honest. I'm being brutally honest, right? Most of us are still figuring all this shit out, bro. and I'm talking about this life thing. My fault if y'all a little wobbly. We trying out a new lens. But in your 20s, it's okay to not have all the answers right now. And for the longest time, I've been outweighing that. Like, I should have answers. I shouldn't. You're not going to have it all figured out, bro. And this decade is about asking questions. It's about trying new things and figuring out what truly matters to you, bro. For my guys, for my ladies out there. Even if you're not 20-something. I know some 30-year-olds that probably still ain't got it figured out. And I don't know. Financial confusion. Let's not even get me started. In your 20s, you know, you're enjoying that paycheck, right? Some people might have freedom, some people don't, you know. And before you know it, you're paying bills, you know. Debt, student loans pile up, you know. Suddenly $20 feel like $1 once you get out here. You know, when you able to be at home saving money, but then you get out here and you start paying bills and paying car insurance, paying that phone bill, paying this, paying that. You got subscriptions and all this BS. $20, it really do start to feel like 99 cents in a nutshell. And I think we're all learning the importance of saving, budgeting during this time. Sometimes realizing we have no idea how money works. Like most people, me, myself, I'm learning, right? And while it can be frustrating, right, it's also empowering when these are skills we're developing. I don't know when this video is going to drop, but I talked about yesterday about, enjoying the journey of life and enjoying the process of things. You also going to have a shift in friends and friendships, bro. Like, I lost a lot of friends, man. I lost a lot of friends, not just from moving out my situation to better my own, but I also lost a lot of friends due to gun violence, and a lot of jealousy. I lost a lot of friends due to stupidity of other people. And it's going to start in high school when you're going to have that shift, right? And it's not going to end. It's not going to end when you get to college. It's not going to end once you enter your adult life. You're going to see new jobs, new relationships with boyfriends, girlfriends. Social media doesn't make it any better. Social media can make it hard, when you see people your age doing well. They seem to be living the dream life, right? Your dream life that you've been wanting to have, and traveling, getting promotions, doing this, and it could all seem so crazy. It could feel like everyone but you has their life together. That's how I can feel sometimes. And I understand that too. When it comes to being in your 20s, life can almost seem like it's out of reach. And I hate that feeling. I know a lot of y'all are feeling that same way too. And it's tough. But it's also a reminder that friendships and life evolves. You learn who's really there for you. You learn who's not there for you, and who maybe was just there for a season. And it's a hard pill to swallow. It sucks. Being in your 20s, this is the time to focus on quality over quantity with this thing that we call life. You start to appreciate the friends you do have who stick around. And even if you don't talk or you haven't spoke every day, you find new ways to stay connected. And that's what matters. When you're in your 20s, people tend to they say that you got to stick with a career, or by this time you need to have a career and just stick with it, right? And the truth is, it's hard when you don't know what you want to do, which a lot of people don't. It's hard to choose when you're still exploring who you are and what you like, So don't be afraid to explore. Don't be afraid to change paths, because everybody's journey is different in this thing we call life. Many I'm trying to see how I'm going to word this. A lot of us end up trying different jobs, right? Switching industries and things like this, trying different things. But a lot of us don't stick with something. It's just always a change. Sometimes you need to use things as a stepping stone. It may not be what you want to do right now, but you have to use the time that you're doing whatever you're doing right now that you hate or don't like to figure it out. You know, use it as a guidance to figure out your path. And your 20s almost feel like practice for the real game, right? And it's almost like a practice round for the rest of your life. Like, this mark of your life is what's going to lead up to how things are going to pan out as you get older. The more honest you are with yourself now, the more authentic and fulfilling your life will be later on. You know, you might go through heartbreak. You might go through, I don't know, questioning what you want. You know, you're going to go through a lot in your 20s. You're going to deal with the pressure to settle down with somebody. You're going to deal with the pressure of being by yourself. Each relationship that you get into, girlfriend or not, friend or not, it's going to teach you something. You know, it's going to teach you more about yourself. It's going to teach you what a healthy partnership should look like. And you have to remember, every relationship is part of the growth journey, right? The most important thing to learn is learning to love yourself. You know, a lot of people don't love their self. So if you don't love yourself, how would you expect to love somebody else? You know, trusting that the right person will come when the time is right. You know, it'll come in time. And that's just with relationships. Embracing the weirdness of this whole life is something I'm still struggling with, man. Like, the thing is, being in your 20s is almost like, I have this feeling that it's supposed to be weird. Like, it's a time for growth. It's a time for change and confusion. Like, I think that's what this era for us 20s somethings, you know. And I guess now I'm just embracing that this is what it is. Because now I'm finally seeing the I guess, weirdness of it, I guess you could say. I know life doesn't come with any roadmap. And that's what makes this part of your life exciting, though. Because you're allowed to make mistakes. You know, this is the time for it, because the mistakes you make now may be what makes you successful. You know, and sometimes I sit back and give advice to my younger self. And if I had to say something like that, it would be that. You're not alone on this journey. It's okay to feel lost, and it's okay to make mistakes, because the mistakes is what's going to make you and shape you. The best thing you could do is keep going. Yeah. Keep learning and growing and showing up for yourself. Yeah. Because nobody knows what's best for you like you. This is the time to try new things, explore, stumble, find yourself, find that woman, find that man, and find your full potential in this life. Because this is a weird decade that you're living in. And I appreciate y'all for listening and joining. I don't know when this is gonna drop, but I had to say that. I don't know. That was on my mind. I'll see y'all in the next one.